Hi, chat. How's it going? Sick? Sick? Turn this down. Here we go. Hi, Persephone. Yes, hello. Give you thumpy pats. What a good cat. Video game. Video game? Who's online? Who dat? RG. That? Subscriber notification? It's possible that subscriber notification was always like that, and I just never look at it. RG, thank you for 11 months. Wow. 11 months. Oh god. I've been streaming for so long. The way? This is my, actually. This is my building box. I'm working on stuff off stream. That in there. Now. Rock Pusher! Thank you for 11 months as well. Thank you. As I have pointed out many times, thank you, literal, actual first sub Rock Pusher. Get these trees out of here before we start working on the cathedral again. Planted more trees for the stuff that you need trees for. You know the stuff. Oh yes. Just wait till next month. Ooh, you're all gonna get your 12-month sub badges, which, if I remember correctly, is something. Boy, I have not looked at those in a long time. I definitely got one made. I'm also apparently eligible for like the 1.5 and maybe 2-year sub badges at this point. But I haven't done those because those are a ways off. I should at some point. There we go. The rill as Erica chops down a tree. Oh, to be fair, it was many trees. Still, thrill. We got this cat over here. None of them have names. Except Bingus. Hey, Broth. Appears to be a tent. Oh yeah, you can all see it. Whoops. And here I thought it was going to be a surprise. No, you can literally just look this stuff up, Erica. Come on! Hey, 7-ish magpies. It's raining, and I hate it. Mostly just kind of killing time until the rain stops. And specifically until I can go to sleep and the rain will stop. You know how rain is. It always stops when you go to bed. Anyway. Hey, Bingus. All right. We've got a cathedral to build. Now. All things considered, I shouldn't have to spend a whole bunch of time collecting resources this stream. Ooh, proper scaffolding. Well, I wouldn't. OSHA compliant is a very bold statement. The I don't know if the scaffolding is strictly compliant, but I do have more of it. So there's that. Let's see. Let's pull up. What are our examples? Nope, that's our goal. Hey, look. We're less than 200 subs away from, or followers away from our 1,000 followers goal. Nope. That's not bad. That one's kind of helpful. Have a look at this. Okay. Actually, one of the things we can do. You're wearing a hard hat and steel-toed boots on this construction site, right? Yes. Diamonds are hard, therefore this is a hard hat. Steel-toed boots, I don't know how. Might have to go put on iron boots. OSHA adjacent. That's the most important part of OSHA. Like horseshoes and hand grenades, you only have to get it close. And butter pans. That is so creatures in the nether don't attack me. Okay. So there is an issue with this corner here that we need to figure out. I don't quite know what to do about it. I mean, OSHA doesn't apply in Canada, right? Well, we have our own WorkSafe legislation here, so. All right. Hello, bees. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Look, the rain stopped. Yes, Persephone. The rain's... All right, let's grab some endstone bricks. What else do I need? That's good for now. I got my scaffolding. Yes, Persephone. Ow! I keep forgetting that you can't jump and catch scaffolding the same way you can jump and catch... Aha! Yep. More cats! Nope. Sure, why not? There we go. Aha. Alright. Descend, damn it. There we go. Hello. I have my own cat. Just surprised me by jumping into my lap. Okay. So, it looks like from this sort of line here, we just go up for a while. So, let's do that? Let's do that. Let's just make a giant wall. At this point, we're worried more about getting the shape of the cathedral correct rather than like worrying too much about, you know, texture and exact placement of stuff and the like. Ow. Stupid scaffolding. There we go. Thanks for that follow. Whoops. That's fine. That's... Ow! Hello, Kuno Bellanos. Kuno Bellanos. Also, Bad Panda Bear, thank you so much for that 11th month sub. I still like the idea we had. I don't know if it was... I think it was maybe last Saturday's stream we had of having a fall emote, which is just like me wearing like a big comfy sweater and a scarf. And ow! Okay, come on. That was my own fault. Yep. Yep. Oh. Getting scaffolding to like go in the direction you actually want it to go, surprisingly difficult. Nope. Nope. Yep. No, come on. It's literally, you can go further horizontally than that. Stupid scaffolding. Yeah. Who thought scaffolding was a good idea? Chat, I blame you. I'm just not going to build that up because I know I'm just going to have to tear it down eventually. So I'm just going to build up this corner here. Should probably also get that stuff down there. Okay, we've got some scaffolding here that we're not using, so... Ow! That hurt. Go, and we're not using you currently. That is very satisfying, though. I will give it that. Knocking down a bit of scaffolding and having it all fall like that is very sad. This is... Yep, that's scaffolding, all right. This is how scaffolding works. Hey, Pharaohbender. Thank you for the 10-month sub. Everybody's coming in with them sub anniversaries today, apparently. I suppose it is the 15th. Okay, first of all, grab you. Bye. Come on. Sometimes. This game. Sure, I blame the game, but it's also me. Actually, let me have a look here. Far up. Yeah, this just sort of keeps going up. All right. No. There we go. So, what's new with everybody? How's it going? Are you all having a good weekend? Hope you are. My weekend's going okay. I went for a walk with a friend this afternoon. It was quite pleasant. I haven't seen her in a little while. You return with nudes! Excellent. Can make more than one stack of these at a time, because apparently I'm going through it really fast. There we go. What kind of nudes? I put on an Alpha Flight Jacob warm-up this morning. It was a good idea. God, those... Can I convince Jacob to make that, like, a YouTube channel? I'm sure he'll fit it into his wide-open schedule. Wanton nudes? How spicy are these wanton nudes? Not spicy at all? Oh. I was hoping for spicy wanton nudes. Now, I will say, I have absolutely no idea how far I need to go up on this. Definitely higher than this, but... I was looking at my phone and not even paying attention, and you yelled wanton nudes. Yep, that's why I did it. Ah, always so weird to me that it does that. Can't go over further than that, so go back over here and jump up. Then jump down to this one. Ow. So weird to me that, like, this one can go over further horizontally than this one can. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand. If I had won the Jacob giveaway, I was going to make him record an hour's worth of warm-ups. Pulmonary embolism? Oh my god. That does sound unpleasant. Oh, hey, Max. Got booster shot yesterday. Excellent, excellent. I'm glad we've returned to the I will now give you my vaccine update phase of the pandemic. I miss those days. See, it just keeps... I don't know why that one can go over, but that one doesn't. Yes, I too am a fan of universal healthcare. Yeah, yeah, come on. Scaffolding? What are you even doing? There we go. Hashtag cracking boosties. Aw, yeah. Wish Watsy would do a thing where you get a free boosty for getting a boosty. Mm-hmm. Also, I just noticed our iron golem is in the cow pen. I hope he's okay with that. Hey, Cass. I think that means they're a cow now. I think so. I think that's how that works. If it is a cow pen, therefore everything inside of it is a cow. Therefore, it is a cow. Yeah. Scaffolding is intent on working, just not quite in the way you want. Gonna hurt it. Ow. I'm just gonna take this other side off because it clearly doesn't want to cooperate. Let's take you out. Go. Go. Probably take this half off too. We're just... Well, we're... Aw, oh, come on! Scaffolding. Want a therapy cow? Hey, Street Rage. I mean, cows do have big, like, relaxing eyes. How high is this going to go? Great question. Next question. No, let me think. Hold on a second. Now I need to look this up again. In here. How tall are the bell towers? The bell towers are 37 meters high from street level. So, what's our... hold on. Here we go. What's our ground level here? 66. So we're going up 37 meters. So 103. So we're going up to 103. And that's like the very tippy peak of the very tippy peak of the towers, which means we're probably getting to the close where we need to switch it up. Because that one, whoop, there we go. Because they have the bell tower section at the top of it. And note, this cathedral actually bells. It's actually got a set of like musical bells in it. It's really cool. Which means we need to do a bit of math. So looking at that top section, it's probably about 1.5 again as tall as the sort of the door frame section. Meaning, have a look. I know, yes, I have left this up intentionally. Let's see. So from here, this is about 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we plan for the bell towers to be 12 high, and we said we were going to 103, so that means these walls have to go up to 91. Okay. So the answer to your question is 91. And I'm probably actually pretty close to that at the moment. I'm the best at Minecraft. I'm the best at Minecraft. Right, Persephone? I'm the best at Minecraft. I sleep. All right, now that means we have to get... Take a look at this thing from over here. All right, all right. Now, let's go over here and get the front part done. In fact, to do that, it's going to be easier. I think if we put our scaffolding up here. Those doors still look so good. Thank you. Max, thanks for clipping me being the best at Minecraft. I appreciate that. Oh, up. Go up, uppies. Uppies. Scaffolding. Uppies. Ow. Is there a height limit on these things? There might be a... Oh, no. No, it just keeps going. It was just going up and I just wasn't hearing the sound effect. Hey, Lonely Tex. And I'm out. Okay, we have to go get more of our end stone. Might need to we might need to make another trip to the end. Hopefully not today, but at some point. Can you get out? Well, I guess they live here now. Just got stream open while working on retexturing the update. Nice. Let's see. Here we go. Oh man, we got so much end stone. Look at this. End stone 4 days. They're happy with the cows. They become one with the cows. I mean, they protected the cows from raiders, so if they want to stay in the pen, they can stay in the pen. Who am I to argue with them? There's no end to this stone! I am likely going to need more scaffolding, though. Cow mass now with extra iron. You will notice the cow mass has been significantly reduced. I rendered it down. Mostly into experience points, but also leather and beef. Oof. Satisfying. You can tell how distracted I am while knitting this blanket by how many of my rings are currently in the blanket because I misplaced stitch markers. Please don't marry the blanket. Now, consider, it may be time for Electra to make an honest woman out of the blanket. Sitting right next to the melons where I swing my axe is maybe not the best place for you. I'm sure you're fine. That implies the blanket is currently dishonest. Well, now... You'll definitely want to marry the blanket before you sleep with it, though. Nah, maybe not. That's old-fashioned. Why has it never occurred to me to slab my water farms? It's not a terribly intuitive interaction. Okay. Well, let's have a look at this thing. Do. think there's just 2 sets of windows in these things. Do I have a better example? Just like the entire side of the tower? Yes. Switch the wrong one. There we go. Yes. 2. We don't need this pearlity culture with blankets. Come on. That would only have become viable after the aquatic update. Oh. Then slabs flood after that. I will admit to you, I was not playing Minecraft very much before that, so... I think I'm going to take this down for the time being, because at this point, it will probably be easier to work from the inside. A lot of this stuff's going to get caught. That's fine. Have to go up. Oh, dang it. Ah, ding dang it. Ow. Well, that one's a lost cause. This is still going to... I'm bad at scaffolding. There we go. As long as I get most of it back, ow, and break my ankles at the same... Come on! Scaffolding. Okay. Have a look at this here. No, it's the kids who are wrong. By kids, I mean scaffolding. Let's see what I have to deal with here. Base am I looking at? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Scaffolding bullies local woman. Maybe. How about they line up here? I mean, these are very narrow windows. So what if we just line them up here? This one? Probably as good as anything else. There. Go like this. Figure out. Yep. You know what? I'm gonna count. Time to count. Okay, from here. I should use this scaffolding I conveniently placed because it's much easier to pick out than bricks. So we're looking at bring this up here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'll say like 12. I don't have to say. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So if we put these, let's say 5. Is there anything on the other side? I know that's still up. Right, so there's the windowsill and then a brick above it. So the back of this here. Excuse me. Has red stone on it. Or not red stone, but red sandstone. 1... 2, 3? Let's try that. See how that looks. So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that's too close. Have to go over 1. There. Yes, Persephone, I know. This cat thinks I doesn't know, but I knows. Legally distinct redstone. And then let's just go here and make it a little bit, because it looks like the upper windows are actually a tiny bit shorter. Just make these 2. Go back down. That off for a second. Okay. About where I want them. But you might have forgot, so I tells you again. She does like telling me again. How's this looking? Nope. There we go. Maybe I do want those top ones to be 3. Maybe I do. But do I want to go up 1 or down 1? I think up 1. You know what would be really useful? If this game had a mode where you could basically just fly around and place whatever blocks you wanted. That would make building stuff so much easier. That would be good, so good for creative typers, right? I don't know. Somebody write Mojang. Dear Mr. Mojang, I'm writing you again. Why can't I fly? And just place as many blocks as I want. Someone gets Steve Minecraft on the... Honestly, actually, now that I look at it, I kind of like that this corner thing doesn't go all the way up. Okay. Go around the other side and do the same thing. Hey, my end stone back. Eh, eh, eh. There we go. Isn't that what Elytra is for? No. At least, yeah, like Aitsu says, Elytra are for bashing into cliffs. Dear Sven Mojang. That is immensely satisfying, though. I will grant them that. Okay, now. So there's 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, and okay. Wait, hold on a second. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shit. One, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I just miscounted. Where did I go wrong? Oh. I see where I went wrong. And you spot where I went wrong. The answer is right here. But maybe I can just cheat this, because it will look the same from the outside. It has to be here. What was the math? Oh, we were counting something? What were we counting? Oh yeah, we were trying to figure out how tall this thing would be. Turns out, I got it in 1. See, this will look weird from the inside, but fine from the outside. So, I don't know. Doesn't that describe most of us? We look fine on the outside, but are weird inside. I feel like that's the case. Oops. Most of the server is on the outside. It's true. Persephone, what are you doing? Are you getting up to crimes? Iris, hello. Thank you so much for that 11-month sub. I'll get you. I don't know how to get you. Ah, well. Make sure everything's lined up. Is Persephone committing insurance fraud again? Probably. My dear, have you defrauded the insurance company? If so, great job. They deserve it. Fuck those guys. Well, they're not so bad here. They're not the literal vampires they are south of the border. Alright. Everything lines up. It mostly looks fine. Cool. I'm back at my desk with funfetti flavored cupcakes. Ooh. I could go for some cupcakes. To be honest, I'd be much more likely to listen to scam calls claiming CRA is going to arrest me if Persephone was the one calling. Yeah. Yo. Okay, now. What's next on our list of things to do? We should probably have more than 2 walls. That seems like a decent, decent place. Should Sibwow order a gallon of chalky milk with groceries? How much is a gallon again? Is a gallon? No. A gallon is 1 liter? Yeah. 3. Oh, right. The gallon is the bigger one. So it's about 4 liters. That's a lot of chalky milk. Like, surely a half gallon would be good. Hey, come here. Jump up. Right, because a liter is a quart. And a quart is a fourth of a gallon. A quarter. Just be like the fake buildings in Blazing Saddles. Yeah, it's just this is we're just building the facade. Anyways, you should definitely get an amount of chalky milk. I don't know if you should get a gallon, but definitely get chalky milk. Okay. How about we finish this floor first? You can go in here. Let's see, we got some polished deep slate and polished granite. All right, because we needed to get. Go. And yeah, yeah. Okay, because these are going to be our pillars that are sort of supporting the roof with groin vaults. Remember. I don't have a cup. Well, how do you not have a cup? How do you not have a single cup? Like, a mug works. I have my water bottle. Like, I can just drink from a normal cup. I'm PayPaling you $20 so you can go buy cups. Yeah, like an old mason jar. That's literally all I drink out of. Look, this one's even great. It has little gratings on it, so I know exactly how much I put in it. Okay. Figure out. Yes, I know, percent. I know. Let's grab. Yeah. Yeah. Need to buy more pickles? Okay. Wow, I'm having a really hard time focusing today. Um, Need to go out. I need to find an appropriate reference image. This one? Good. Focus is hard. I also had to take some stuff for my anxiety today, which makes focusing harder. Kind of done with this. And do the inside of this real quick. Here we go. Speaking of anxiety meds, a week or so I was prescribed Xanax was hilarious. Oh boy. I spent most of today listening to Sungwon Cho attempt to play original Legend of Zelda on stream. God. Hope everything is okay. It's fine. Also, I totally forgot. Speaking of things that I do and get distracted, my cat? How about some treats for my cat? Cat camp. Hello? Yes. Did you want treats? I think she wants treats. Look. Look at her. Hey. Gameplay. Aitsu100, thank you for that brand new sub. Thank you so much. Oh god. Oh, it's nighttime. I sleep. No. No, I sleep. I don't place blocks. Oh. Alright. Here. Thanks for keeping me safe from creepers while I was feeding my other cat. Sorry I didn't feed you, I guess? Okay. Now, let's have a look. Yes, Persephone. I'm also like 90% sure Zolof's side effects led to the discovery of my celiac. Interesting. Needed the treat and Foxheart. Well, please enjoy your Doot and your Persephone and your bee and your thumbs up and your Foxheart and your pun trophy and your treat emote. Oh god, there's so many emotes. It makes it easier for me to get nauseous. Interesting. I'm not on any prescribed medications. It's just this was just self-treatment. Should probably be on some prescribed medications, but no. Let's see. Hmm. Haven't had a major depressive episode since November? That's awesome. Eat this? No. One is it? This one. Sorry, I just need to figure out where this thing wraps around. I guess we've done things slightly differently than what's going on over here? Huh. That's fine, though. Has so far had no issues with his new friends, anticoagulants. Nice. I'm on like the max dose for Zoloft, and it's kind of hilarious to see doctors' eyes when they hear me say it. So I guess it's this line that's coming around the side there. We go back to this one. You can see off to the side there, it kind of wraps around. Yes, I need, let's see. Go over here. Put you away. Get out my end stone, and I'm gonna need more cut sandstone, I think. But not for a hot minute here. So go up here, we need one like this. And one there. Now, Ritalin, they tried to give me the smallest dose, and I was walking in circles for 90 minutes just talking out of my ass. Nice. And it's raining. I'm going to have to figure out something to go like here, I think, as like this pillar that sort of shoots up. For now, let's see it like that. This. Right, I think we said we were just gonna make this one wide. That's fine. I feel like this. I want it up one. Then make it 3 tall. Get 3 tall. See how that looks. It's very hard to do in the rain. I mean, this might not feel so crowded because this thing's going to change. Because I think I want to make these fences to create the effect of like the little pillars that sort of wrap around the side there. And it'll probably look better once there's glass in it. But the time being, let's go up. Off. There we go. Grab some end stone. Go. Actually, hold on a second. That's there. Do I actually? Is that the front, like, leading edge of the tower there from here is just a straight line. Like, there's no bend in it at all. So, but if we go over here, okay, hold on a second. I need to take a look at this again. So from here, we could go back one. We've got, hold on, what is this facing over here? Can I see, oh, it's the side of that, which we do have on both sides. So I'd like to keep that. Like, can I push this wall back one? If I take this off, whoever's idea was to offer a 3 Cobalt unlock for idle champions during Desert Bus, I believe it was yeah, Codename's been a sponsor for a long time, and they've been doing stuff with their other game, Crusaders of the Lost Idol, because that's one that they have more control over, because Idle Champions is a licensed game. So like anything they do there, they have to, like any new stuff they put in there, they have to run past WotC, because it's a licensed game. But it's also a much more popular game than Crusaders is, just by virtue of being a newer game and being, you know, a popular a popular license. So when we were like discussing that, because every year they, you know, they pick one of the people on the team and make a Crusader out of them for Crusaders of the Lost Idol. And we were discussing that and seeing who wanted to do it and all of that stuff. And I brought up the idea. It's like, hey, can we ask them about doing something with Idle Champions? Again, because obviously getting like an avatar of us into the game is probably not in the cards, but maybe we can do something. And so Andrew took that back to them, and the kobolds option was what they came up with as sort of like, hey, we could do this. So that's the long and short of how that came about. I'm having a really hard time figuring this out. Like, how do I want to do this? The only reason I know that about Idle Champions is because of the person who made one of the kobolds, Ishi Snaggletooth. I liked Ishi. Ishi had some really fun build-arounds. Hey, Red Spitfire. They just keep going up. No, see, the problem is, so here's what I'm dealing with right now. If I push this wall back one, then right there, that etched sandstone is visible, which I don't want. This is still up. There we go. Like, I could take it out of this side. Like, I've put it here just because I think it matches, like, the color palette a little bit better. But it does make this weird. I could cheat. Like, I could, like, here's the thing. We can deviate. Like, we are not beholden to this piece of architecture. So, like, I could take this out and then go here and then just keep going up. Like this. It means there is this, like, it will end up looking different overall, but I think will look fine. But, however, I think I don't have any of those stairs left. Persephone! Never mind. You're fine. Sorry. Sorry. I thought she was doing crimes, but she was just playing with toys. Yeah. Let's see. Need more item frames. I wonder if anybody on the server sells item frames. Someone on the server definitely sells item frames. 16 should be fine for now. I've been trying to coin the term Papa Tony to mean taking a melatonin pills. I don't know how I feel about this. Oh, it might help if I actually got the right thing first. This is gonna fall. Ow. Yep. Persephone. Now, this part I'm not going to take up as high because it doesn't go up as high. So the bee just used the gate. Let's have a look here. Oh, I definitely don't have an image that I need here. Here we go. Oops. Because it goes up to this like arch with the giant rose window on the front there. Although it does get pretty, no, I'm just gonna leave it for now. We'll figure this out when we do more of the front facade. But I'm trying to get, yes, Persephone, more of the building done. Should fill this stuff in. Hold on a second. Nope. 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 Hey, Erica, should you have more than 3 example photos up? For what it's worth, my method for falling asleep is podcasts. I just listen to podcasts. Get you back here. How about I get one from a different angle? This. I can't do that because I want to hear all the podcast. I do routinely like have to rewind podcasts to the point that I remember and then start listening again. It sometimes takes me a few nights to get through one episode. Let's have a look here. Got this thing here. What's our angle at? Sort of like this. That's where the window is. I mean, this is all off. Everything's the worst. Forgotten about snacks? God, I wish I had snacks. I was even downtown today and thought about stopping at Bulk Barn to get candy. I really wanted some candy, but I did not. That there. Honestly, it's kind of What should I use for the inside? Like, the interior walls of this are sort of... They're honestly pink. They're very pink, and I don't know if I want to use... Actually, you know what? Let's see what it looks like. Let's go get some pink terracotta. Yeah, I'm so like I definitely need to go grocery shopping. I'm out of all of my snacks. I'm out of chocolate. I'm out of chips. I have some raisins I could eat. I'm out of candy. I'm out of cookies. Yeah, I'm just running really low on snacks. I've recently discovered the magic of getting groceries delivered. Yes, but did you get chalky milk delivered? Still have cat treats? Ugh. Ugh. I'm fine going to get my own groceries. It's just I haven't in a week. Got regular milk delivered? Yeah, also I have a car, so like it's not onerous for me at all to go get my own groceries. It's just also, you know, have to do it. But actually, uh I think now is the perfect time. My bladder tells me now is the perfect time to take a break. So, let's do that. Hey, do the things I tell you to do. You should stretch and get some water and look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds to rest your eyes. And I will be back in just a few minutes, chat. I'm back, chat. Yes, percent. Hello. Would you like to jump up? I don't think this cat wants to jump up. Anyways, 3 4/5. Thank you for that 2-month resub. Clearly, you have enjoyed your Doot and your Persephone and your bee and your thumbs up and your Foxheart and your pun trophy and your treat. Hi back, I'm Dad. Holy crap. Dad, go to bed. 7:30. No, that's not true. My dad doesn't go to bed that early. I went downstairs for a reason and it was pink terracotta. Don't have a lot of emeralds. I need to find some stuff to sell. You. Pink terracotta. Let's see how offensive this is. Hey, Madam Junt. You're here! You're alive! Hooray! Looks like the corners have stone bricks as well. I like your villager setup. Me too. It feels humane. Oops. Sadly, a more rare occurrence for both than I'd like. Did you become a lich again? You know what? I don't know if this pink terracotta is working for me. It's very even, the pattern on it. And very pink. Like, just super pink. Straight up mauve. Would pink concrete powder work? I don't like building with concrete powder. Just because it doesn't feel... I like the fact... I like to build stuff that's with, like, has actual substance to it, right? Color seems fine, but the lack of texture is jarring. It really is. And like pink concrete would be way too pink. Hmm. Go in here to cover this stuff up. Because I'm gonna need that anyways. My last large house was mostly white concrete powder and a creeper made me very sad. Oof. Also, can I make stuff out of terracotta? Like, can I make... No, I can't. So this is definitely not... I also can't make stuff out of concrete, so... I don't think getting this room to be the proper pink color is going to work, unfortunately. So, too bad, pink terracotta. You tried your best. Glazed terracotta? Can you make stuff out of... but glazed terracotta is all patterned, I think. And I was trying to find something like the reference photo. Where it's like an even color. But I think we're getting hung up on this. Because we don't have to worry about it. Right now, we should work on getting this thing. And it's already nighttime. I just slept. Work on getting this thing to have more walls than just 2. The floors of my building are a Technicolor nightmare because I've discovered glazed terracotta. Yeah, that happens. I've been watching a playthrough of Nier Automata, and that and the first game didn't have day-night cycles, and they actually like reference it in game as like I heard tales that we used to have like the sun would go away at times. And I just think it's very funny that it's like we're going to come up with a lore reason that we're just sort of going to hand wave a little bit, but it's just like, why is there no day-night cycle in this game? Because Earth doesn't have a day-night cycle anymore. Because we don't want to program a day-night cycle. Okay. I'm gonna grab... Just fill in this for now. Night cycle sounds like a cool motorbike. Yeah. Okay. Let's... I'm pretty sure. Run back. Here we go. This back. Yellow glazed terracotta looks like it would go well with bees. Hold on a second. Can I look up? Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't let me show until I get some yellow terracotta. Ooh, Aussie cobblestone. Cool. Oh boy, I'm getting really distracted tonight. That one? This one. Okay. Let's have a look here. So it looks to be around about the point of it's under between the between the two windows, that the roof of the back starts. So sort of back there. You couldn't see it, but Serge just logged in. Look at down here. It looks like there's another buttress right behind it. Sort of set back a little bit. Okay. Okay. Did he discover your prank yet? I haven't laid my prank yet. So no, I guess not. Ow. Keep going up. Oops. There we go. Go down one. Go. Oh, we're going to go. Oh, there's a bunch of like detailing stuff around here that we're going to have to do, but for now, oh, it looks like there is another buttress that sticks out, so we need to go in one. We need to do it on this side here. Two, three, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. But as we have established, we kind of have to count this one. Yeah. Okay. Wait, hold on a second. If I go count from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 10. So let's actually take this out for now. This is gonna look real weird for a minute. Forever. For a minute, but then forever. It will look weird for a minute and then hopefully it'll look good forever. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Sometimes, do you know people just sit around here and like listen to me flap my gums? How many of you are here? 60. 60 of you are just sitting here listening to me ramble on and look at pictures of this church that's covering up the screen. Oops. Okay. Ow. I'm glad that's now a command. Yeah. You do something enough times, your mods make a command about it. Oh. Oh. Oh yeah. Have you has anybody figured out the Nightbot math algorithm yet? I looked it up. I cheated. Kind of by accident. Also, could I get one of my mods to change the late command because I am in fact here now? I thought you meant you wanted a functional one. Oh, well, I mean, it's perfectly functional. It does exactly what Sibwow intends it to do. I mean, Sibwow's got it. Really, I just wanted to change it to something that is not... I mean, honestly, after Thursday's stream when I had to cancel, I went to change it, and it still said I was on vacation and that the next stream would be in like December 28th or something like that. I'm like, whoops. Well, that sure is a blank wall that's sort of sticking out there. At least it didn't say something like after Desert Bus. That would be embarrassing. And entirely believable. I'm just gonna use Endstone, to be honest. I can go over one. Do 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 do. Why am I singing the Price is Right music? Why, chat? I have noticed a problem. You can feel the spirit of the skinny microphone. This is gonna hurt. No, I can't. Ow. Ow. Oh dear. I'm sorry. I forgot to put up scaffolding. This stream was filmed in front of a live studio audience. That seems unhygienic. Remember to not walk off the cathedral. Oh. If I jump off the cathedral, would that be a leap of faith? Nope, don't like it. Oh. Don't you have an elytra now? Shh. Footnote on that is the live studio audience is a cat named Persephone. A leap of faith or a fall from grace? Dang! Who's Grace and what's she doing on top of this church? There we go. That stuff is less likely to get caught on the top of it. Also, I'm pretty sure there's a non-zero amount of this scaffolding is going to fall into the pit. Pretty sure one already has. Not that I can see it down there, but... No, I don't think any of it did. Neat. All right. First get you out of here. So we can see a little better. Okay. Does look real weird, but remember, we are going to attach a cathedral to it. There's a telescope available in Minecraft. It's true. Called the spyglass. You need quartz to make it. I have not found a quartz geode yet. You. All right, let's have a look at the back of this thing. Thrill as Erica stares at a photograph, not even in the direction of the camera. I want more geode types. I want sparkly gems in a rainbow. Ooh. Oh, that would be really good. Get like ruby and sapphire and, well, I guess they already have emeralds. Nickelback voice. Look at this photograph. I can't sing. Also, I haven't heard that song in ages. Look at this graph. Oh, all right. So for starters, one of the things we can do, if we go over here, is if you look, it looks like there's another one of those little lines sort of up near the top of this second set of windows. So we could probably put that in up here. So let's go get our red sandstone. Wait. Right, we put our red sandstone back downstairs. While I'm going downstairs, is there anything else I can get out of here? Let's see, I don't need pink terracotta. I think everything else here I need. For now, at least. So chat, what's new? Has anybody watched anything cool lately? Before SibWow asked, no, I have not watched Daredevil yet. I did watch The Eternals last night. It was fine. Oh god. Eternals was a weirdly paced movie. It was fun. But I found the pacing of that movie really weird. Finally watching Owl House. Owl House is so good. Can't wait until I get to watch season 2. While I'm here, may as well just get all of this too. There we go. I used up all of it. Perfect. The pacing would probably make more sense if you had seen Daredevil first. Dang it! Watching this pretty cool streamer right now by the name of Esherikia Cole. You should check her out. Yeah, the problem is that she tends to stream at the same time I do, so it's a little difficult to watch. I hear she has a YouTube channel where she posts all of her VODs, though. Yeah, one of the problems with eating raisins is that you occasionally get a tiny bit of the stem. Okay, let's go up here. The main problem with eating raisins is that you're eating raisins. You take that back! Mm, mm. Okay, let's see. Here. Star Trek Prodigy is back. I haven't watched Prodigy yet. I'm also not caught up on Discovery either. Go with it in line with the top of it. So, down 1. Yep. And then around this side. No, wait, no. That's wrong. This is wrong. Chat. Why are you letting me do things that are wrong? Oh, God. Oh, God. There we go. Danny Trejo was in the last episode of Boba Fett, and it was great. Lest you forget that this series was produced by Robert Rodriguez, Danny Trejo shows up. Desperately tries to ascertain what we let Erica do that is wrong. Wait, what did I do? Is the answer eat raisins? Because I love raisins. Raisins are delicious. You. Ow. Turns out, scaffolding just doesn't help if it just stops. Really glad for feather falling boots. I tell you what. I'm sorry! You said not to fall off the cathedral, and I didn't. I fell off the scaffolding. Let's get some more of it over. Ugh. This whole tower over here is going to be a bit of a pain. I don't quite know what to do with it. Is the scaffolding technically part of the cathedral while it's up? I feel like these are philosophical questions that people have debated for ages and that we will never be able to answer properly in one stream. So I'm going to go with no, and that's my excuse. Where you're a Elytra, you could die of scaffolding. Fine, okay. I will go put my Elytra on. There. Hello, the one that creates the heavens. Eee. What I think this means is that Electra is perfectly okay with me just building a bunch of scaffolding all the way up to the top of this thing and jumping off. Cause of death, an acute case of scaffolding. It's not falling if you do it on purpose. It's true. Wait. That was fun. Absolutely, as long as you don't hurt yourself. Fine. Okay. Now. Right, because we have this weird lopsided windows on the inside that we have to deal with. We don't have to put windows over here, which is good. Let's go up here and see about getting those in. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Hey, what are you doing? Stop it. Nope. Nope. Come on. Scaffolding? There we go. Okay. And it's up one. Knew that was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. Didn't have a choice. It's fine. Go here. We just go there. Then be here. Yep. And over here. Here. No, wait. Should be here. Yes. Ah, dang it. Slowly attritioning out scaffolding. That does look a little weird from the... I really hope everything here isn't off by one. I'll be very upset if it is. Should go and try and sleep off a bit of my booster. All right, have a good night, Margie RG. Okay. Oh yeah. I feel like Minecraft's doing some weird things with vertical perspective. Almost certainly. Yeah. One problem with wearing an elytra is it makes it very hard to jump twice in rapid succession. I kind of want to go rescue that scaffolding. I mean, I'm less concerned about it looking perfectly level as making sure there we go. Making sure it lines up left to right. There. Definitely, probably not worth it. Don't care. Going to bed. Does some adulting and orders some new trousers. I mean, never hurts to get new pants. Bought a new pair of jeans not too long ago myself. Okay. kind of want to take a break from this for a little bit. I feel like, despite the good progress we've made today, I've hit a bit of a wall, and I want to go back and take some time this week and look at the photos again and just like, I feel like I need to spend a bunch of time in here just sort of going over this from a bunch of different angles and figuring stuff out. So I think we should we should stop there for the night. Not the stream, but like building. And take just a bit of time and a breather. There we go. Because it's just, I feel like I'm just like staring at it and my head's not 100% here right now. So it's just like, I don't know. You don't need to watch me stare at a picture for, you know, another hour and a half. So let's just do a bit of chores around here. Clean up our crops. Should get stuff for my bees. Get my shears out. Also, maybe check the store. We could do that. Do I have to take anything there? I think I restocked it recently, but I might be low on some honey. I think somebody bought some not too long ago, and I haven't restocked, so a trip to the store might not hurt. I can also show you, on the way there, the progress that I have made on the trail system. Just maybe head to James's base and take it from there. Can I compost leaves? Let's put them in there and find out. It's been a minute since I've been to the store, so. Did you see Serge's elevator? No. Come on. E. There you go. They sometimes have issues when it comes to like fences and gates and their pathing. It's powered by redstone, honey, and slime. Oh, is it like a flying machine style elevator? All right, it's starting to feel more substantial, like we're building something here. Got a decent tower going there. Let's just check on these leaves. Did the leaves get composted? They did. Neat. That's good to know, because I do have a bunch of extra leaves. Is honey meant to slow down the elevator? So you use honey and slime in flying machines because they don't interact with each other. They work very similarly, but they don't interact with each other. Meaning you can, if you would use slime for all of the blocks, the slime would sometimes end up sticking to itself or grabbing onto stuff that it shouldn't. So now let's see. Okay, I do have some honey in there. So we'll put that in there. Is there anything else I need to take? Is there anything else I need or need to take? Let's grab some diamonds to stick in there, just in case we need to buy anything. I did get a bunch of green dye from James, so we're good there. I know what I need. I need to get some ender chests. Hey, GNM. It's not the most practical thing in the world, but it's neat. And you're saying Surge built this. I can't believe that Surge would build something that's very cool, but highly impractical. I'm so surprised by this information that I am learning. Actually, while we're here, why don't we... Go. Pop this in here. This is my I'm going out and building stuff chest. Shulker. Yo. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. Great. All right, let's go. He very quickly had to add a maintenance ladder after Joe got stuck underneath the elevator shortly after his maiden voyage. Oh no. Oops. Who was that? Oh, the AIM map. Oh yeah, sorry. You gotta get permission from mods before you post anything, and that includes clips, so. I'm very close to sort of like the end of the trail to James's base, which I'm pretty excited about. I wouldn't say I roast Surge. I feel like that's an unfair characterization. I feel bad because I had to wake up my cat, but he had the best sleepy cat face. Aww. It's light toasting. It's more of a braising than a roast, really. So if you haven't seen it yet, this is the bridge to Birch Island. Every clip needs a good clickbait headline, though. That's fair. That's fair. Welcome to Birch Island, named for Juno Birch, renowned cartographer. And we have the pathway across Birch Island completed. Also, you may notice, there is something else I have been working on over here. I need to figure out this trail, because I don't think this is the most practical place for it. Also, I need to buy some berries, because I want to put berry bushes out front here. It's a cabin I'm working on. I wanted a cabin in the woods. And I also wanted Birch Island to be like a way station stop. Look, There's even got a little furnace hidden back there. There's going to be this here. I'm going to stick an ender chest in here. And I have some other stuff that I'm going to be doing. It's still a work in progress. I got to figure out... The windows need a bit of work. Some of the walls, like these back walls, side walls, need a bit of work. Pretty happy with all of this stuff back here, though. Personally, I'm really glad how the back of the fireplace turned out. And then I need to finish off the chimney. I need something. Either I'm going to do the thing that people do, where they put a campfire on top of it, and then put the things, the trapdoors up around it. Make it look like there's smoke coming out of the chimney, or just the thing where you put like a wall on top, so it looks like a little top to the chimney. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how it's shaping up. I've spent the last couple of days doing this. There's like this stuff here is not. I'm not like super happy with the interior. So I need to figure out something to do here just to give it a little bit more. This is very plain inside right now. Maybe once I'm planning to put a few more things in here. So maybe once they're in, it won't feel as weird, but yeah. I just thought that would be a fun thing to, oh, hey, what you got? It doesn't matter. Ah, dang it. I needed spruce sap. Dang it. Oh, well, fine. I'll have to try and find spruce saplings later. You know, Fairbender, you could just permit the AIM map to post their own links. And here's the other bridge. The bridge off of Birch Island, which is shorter. But it looks weird because this bridge deck is at the same height as the other one, but it starts much lower, so it feels like you go up all of these steps to get up here. All right, and this is the point where I'm at, where I need to get more lanterns in. I haven't gotten all of my hanging lanterns done. So that's sort of next on my list. And then this is as far as the trail gets. Built a little cavern here, so I built this tiny footbridge across it. So we're actually very close to James's base. I've sort of figured out these torches sort of mark the rest of the route to James's. Because if we keep going around this way, I have to dip down here a little bit and go up here. My plan is to sort of get to this point here, have another one that goes out that way, and then sort of hits a T intersection and goes south towards Sturge's base. Then this, we've got to get some stuff sorted out here. We'll keep going. The trail will keep going around this way. Couldn't remember how to do that. If you go, it should be exclamation point permit and then the username. And then it sort of gets to this point, and then I need to figure out what I want to do. I'm not 100% sure if I want like the trail to swing around this way and sort of hug the side of this hill, or sort of like cut up here and go this way. Well, although, speaking of spruces, sorry, James. Hope you don't want it. But I kind of need it. Tell you what, if I get more saplings, I'll plant another one for him. There we go. That should be enough. There. He'll be none the wiser. Anyways, this isn't part of his base. Although, the reason I wanted the trail to come this way is because the 9 o'clock base is right there. And then James's base is just over here. So I just need to figure out how exactly I'm gonna get the trail to run down this way. Hold on a second. Yeet. Dang it. Just come back every day and cut down that tree and replant it 1 block to the east. You are vastly overestimating how much free time I have. Also, if neither James nor I are sort of around the base, it won't grow because the chunk isn't loaded. Lime farm. James's base. Uno's base. Sturge's base. Bartertown. Look, Joe put up all these signs. Jason's base. Although technically, we can get to Jason's base if you go this way now too. Which I think is actually a little bit faster. Wool colors. The end portal, Dan's base, Joe and Fuji. And spawn. Spawnish. I don't know why there's a poison potato there. There is. All right, if you haven't seen it, welcome to the server, Amy. Hi, Amy. This is Joe and Serge's new base, or new store, I mean. Mostly selling, Sale, 5 diamonds. Sweet. I should give her 5 diamonds for that. Gently used stock. Okay, putting the item frame in the item frame is very cute. I could use some item frames though. Also, this is nice. Item frame, 16 for 1 diamond. Price is whatever you want to pay. Cod. Oh, cooked cod. Got bits of food over there. Cooked salmon. Nice. Golden carrots, bookcases. Lanterns, glowstone. Name tags, which are 4 for a diamond. Glass. More glass. It was a beacon? Ah. Warped wood makes a really weird noise when you walk on it. Don't know how I feel about that. Okay. Let's see. Let's grab some of you. And our chest. 1 diamond each. Cool. Let's take a few. take 3. We have spares. We've got lots of diamonds, so. Here. Let's see. No new sales. I still need to fill that up. Cool. I need to sleep. There we go. It's very crunchy. It's sort of like, yeah, it's weird and like creaky. Weird. I suppose it is warped, so there is that. Here, matters there. Let's see. Wait, you, and it's raining. Because of course it is on this server. There we go. Restocked on honey. No one's bought the BYOB honey kit yet, which is kind of a shame. Now let's go over here, see if there's been any sales. Ow. I didn't mean to do that on purpose. I don't think there's been any sales here, but we'll double check. Nope. Hold on a second. I should be able to do a thing. Aha! There. Why pay James for berries when I can just get them from our own store? Aha! Marvel at my gigantic brain. Is there anything else I needed? Nether trees are technically funguses. Gross. I bet this is just fantastic for the compression. Let's see, don't need any sea lanterns. We've got like moss and stuff over there. I'm good for wool. Let's see. I don't need any nether wood at the moment, but it might be fun to build with at some point. And then we have all of the moss stuff down here, which I don't, again, think I need at the moment. I also have moss at home, so I could always just make some of that. Item frames would be good for decorating the cottage. You're not wrong. Let's go buy some of the item frames. Where is it? Over this way. I kind of want to take the bone meal. No, that would be mean because it would look wrong. Also, the roof here looks really good. Item frames. 16 for 1 diamond. I make it symmetrical. The one thing we don't have on the server that I seriously wish somebody would sell, string. You know what, while I'm here, the other thing I've been meaning to pick up for a little bit is some fire protection potions. Fire resist. It is 3 for 1 diamond. 3. There we go. Actually, like that. Ooh, we should see what James has here. Slot box, 1 diamond per slot. Cool. Row box, 1 diamond per row. There was green dye in here that I've already purchased. And the box, 1 diamond for everything. Thank you, James. I have enough dirt. I have dirt at home. I think that's all I need. I should check out Joe's shop. Fancy horse. Fancy horse. Saddle's complimentary. You look great today, Erica. Thanks, Saddle. Aha, spyglass. I could get a spyglass. I don't need any of that. Enchanted gear, we're good. TNT, we're good. Unless we want to go netherite mining. But maybe not right now. We do need to go hunting for ancient debris at some point. But that might be something I do off stream. So, but on the other hand, maybe I should do it on stream so you can watch me when I inevitably die. Come on, let's get back. What is a chaotic book? It's just a... It's very loud. It's very loud. Yeah, it's a Curse of Vanishing is what it was that Joe renamed. Do I still have my Elytra on me? No. Maybe a hunt for quartz things for a spyglass? No. Wait, it's not quartz. Amethyst. That's what it is. I have to find geodes for that. And I don't know if there is a good way to hunt for geodes. You took off your safety vest? Well, yeah, I'm not climbing a cathedral right now. Not like I'm gonna find like random giant holes in the ground that I can fall into. What chunk is James digging at the moment? I think it's... Hello, Papa Chunk. Got his sugarcane going. Is it this one that he's working on, or is this done? No, he's still working on that one. Okay, cool. But I think he's going to do one over here next, and then one over here. I should ask James at some point to mark out the edge of his base, like how far his chunks are going to go, so I know where to put the trail. Amethyst is a type of quartz, so you weren't wrong saying quartz geode. Well, there we go. Vindication. Let's see if we can get back to the cabin before nightfall. Remember not to walk into the ravine with no elytra. Okay. If you insist. Oh, there's just random lava over there. You mean this ravine? I'll just land on this horse. Amethyst is your favorite type of pretty rock? Amethysts are very pretty. I don't really have a favorite type of pretty rock, for being honest. Although obsidian actually is pretty high. No, I'm wrong. My favorite type of pretty rock is obsidian. I take it back. Honestly, I don't know why anyone would want to fly anywhere. I'm a big fan of Fordite, aka Detroit Agate. Although bismuth is also pretty high up there, but I don't know if that counts as a rock, because it's a metal. All right, so we'll get you out of there. That. There we go. And you know what? While we're here, okay. So as soon as I place this, I don't have a Silk Touch pick, so it lives there for the time being. Grab you. Can I? Okay, I'm not gonna break the time loop or something by doing this. No? Okay. I know I can't put shulkers inside of shulkers. Yes, Persephone, I know. So let's see. You, and I was gonna replace you. I want you two to be the same. How did I, I did this somehow, but how? Okay, I might have to take these off. Nope. I mean, I needed to sleep anyways, but... Fordite is layers of car paint that have been polished to look like stone. Huh. Yeah, actually, speaking of bismuth... Ah. I actually have a tiny bismuth crystal. Because they're neat. I bought it from somebody at Pride Festival that was selling a bunch of crystals. And they're like, do you need this for healing? And I'm like, no. There we go. I need it for the pretty rock. Crystal healing does nothing. Let's see. Take some bricks. Take flower pot. Flower pot can live. Stay up there. Then can I put no. Didn't think I could put a bush in there, but I figured I'd try. There we go. Crystal healing is like, I am soothed because this rock is pretty. I mean, you're not entirely wrong that it's like, it can have some benefits in that regard, but there are people that claim some much wilder stuff when it comes to crystal healing. There we go. Get a bit of carpet down. I might put down more carpet, but I just wanted a nice rug in the middle of it here. I'm definitely going to need some item frames. Actually, something I wanted to figure out. What's the cartographer's stand? What's it called? Their work block. Map on wall. I definitely want to do a map on a wall at some point. Like, there's a bunch of stuff. Trust me, I've built up like a whole thing. I'm doing some intense world building here. Cartography table, but okay, fine. Fine. I will look it up myself. I will go to the wiki and look it up myself. Cartography table. There we go. What do I need for this? 4 woods, 2 paper. Okay. Cool. I should have stolen... some sugarcane from James. Don't have any on me. I do have wood, though. This is my precious, precious spruce. But I've got more wood in here. Now, let's see. I was going to do a thing. Let's go do a thing. Clear out some stuff here. Can go back. This can go back. Item frames can probably live there. These can go in the ender chest before I die. There we go. As can these potions of fire resist. And now we'll grab this and this. This and this and this. And grab... Do I have any oak? No. We'll grab some birch. And... what do we need for... Just grab all of it. Go here. There we go. And then I need 6 more for a sign. Birch sign? Birch sign seems appropriate. All right. This is nice. Here's a good place for it. There. What are we doing? Geocaching? I mean, a grave is kind of like a geocache if you really think about it. Okay. The other thing I need is some string. I need a bunch of candle. So I think we're done here for the time being. On me because I don't need them to be in the building chest. There we go. All right, let's head home. Yeah, I definitely need to change where this is because I just can't do this. Is selling rocks considered geocaching in? Dang. Also, I want to move this sign around to here, but I need to come back with some white dye to do it properly. I do kind of wish the dark oak signs defaulted to white text, but nope, you gotta dye them. We need to make a cartography table. And then we need to make a book and quill. Or buy a book? No, we have to make one. So I can type up all of my, like, lore about Juno Birch, because of course I'm already trying to figure this stuff out. Is there a nearby village? Maybe you can just find one. Possibly. There isn't I mean, there is technically a village nearby to Birch Island, but I'm already on my way back. And anyways, it was literally just like 4 blocks of wood and 2 pieces of paper. It's not like it's hard to make. Too bad these are not paper birch. Haha. Time is it? 10 to 9? Okay. Maybe rather than doing that, you all got to see me finally lay Juno Birch to rest. I was carrying around her bones for a while because I didn't have a compass on me. Your cartographer's got to be buried with her compass, right? Time to pop a Tony, everyone. You just keep at it, Sibwow. Okay. Go clean up the old inventory. Dirt can go in here. I don't have a box for spruce yet, so I'm just going to stick it in here with the oak for the time being. Here. Oh, yeah, I do have some TNT. That's right. Right, because we hit those desert temples the other stream. So we could, at some point, go digging for netherite. That seems like a poor idea. And... yeah. Let's go to sleep and then let's just... here's a wild idea. Let's just dig a hole. Sibwow was trying very hard to make Papa Tony as taking a melatonin into a thing. Diggy hole? It's true. That's the plan. Oh, I didn't take those ladders down. I can leave them for the time being. That's the good stuff. All right, chat. What do you want to talk about? We got 30 minutes left. What did the sign say? It was just like southwest corner or something like that. Wait, what did that sign say? Why was that sign there? Wouldn't the sign have been over here? Why was there a sign there? You know what? I'll be honest with you. I don't know what that sign said now. And now we'll never know, because that's how signs in this game work. So there we go. It said a short word. Yeah, if somebody wants to, like, check the tapes, see if they can see it, but... It's a 5-letter word. Okay, well, stare. Stare or stare? The first one. S-T-A-R-E. That's been my, my starting guess in Wordle. Because it gets, most importantly, it gets S, which I think is really important, and it gets that end E. So if it's a word that ends in E, which is a very common thing in English, I can eliminate or confirm that all with the first guess. I've been going with there. I use aisle. Ooh, aisle is very good. I've been using about. Auger and bayou. Stare is also my starter. It's a pretty good starter. If you wanted, like, stare is sort of my starter, and then if I don't get much information out of that, I use mound, because that's, you know, a bunch of other common letters and vowels. So, stare at the mound. Usually, though, I've yet to hit a day where I didn't get at least one clue off of stare. Sometimes it's just like one letter in the wrong place, but so far it's been pretty good for me. I start with Stein, then often follow up with polar to get all of the vowels. That's not bad. So apparently we're going to talk about Wordle. I mean, we just... Yeah. Someone's been cross-stitching their Wordles? That's amazing. There was one a few days ago, I think it was Fridays, where the word was Abby, A-B-B-E-Y, and it took me so long. I stared at that, like, I got to, like, the fourth clue and stared at it for, like, 20 minutes. Just because it's, like, I had eliminated so many letters. And it's just like, what the hell is this thing? It was the double B. Like... No one ever expects the double B. Yes, this one gets red glass. Yep. And it's like, as soon as I guessed it, I'm like, oh, why didn't I get that? That's like my whole thing. The closest I've gotten to getting got was a case of North American spelling. Yeah, that'll do it. How many words in English do have a double B? I'm not sure. Cabbage is one of them. Double consonants are not super common, but they do show up sometimes. I will say, Wordle has been great for, like, thinking up fake words. As I just sort of, like, stare at, like, the 3 letters I have right, and then just, like, put in other random guesses. Like, Bajosh, is that a word? Surely it's a word. Someone get Noah Webster on the phone. A Joni. I was definitely staring at the Abby one, and I'm like, it's not a Joni. It can't be, right? Did we ever figure out what was on that sign? Did anybody see it? I know Farabender posted the clip. It said red. Oh, that's right, because we were trying to figure out the colors. That's right. Also, my inventory's full. Here? Here. Yeah, hey, if you've... Nightbot gives a good reminder. If you've subbed recently, you should go join the Discord. You can't post there, but it does allow you to sync your Twitch emotes with Discord. So you can use my emotes on other servers. I have been told the thumbs up emote is a popular one. Gonna put these in here for now. The shouting Persephone is also very good as well. I need to give people pun trophies, right? Yeah, you got pun trophies you can deploy. So many options. Also, there are photos and clips of cats that you can see. It's true. I haven't posted a photo of Persephone in a while, but Farabender, and before that, Madame Jund, will clip her getting treats, so you can all see that. Foxheart is just perfect for all occasions except when someone's chicken died. Oh no. Please tell me you didn't learn that the hard way. You do have a Lotus channel you can post to. Caught myself before I used it. Oh, that's good. Also, I saw somebody ask earlier what their favorite type of soup was. And I think mine's tomato? Or maybe mushroom. I do like cream of mushrooms. It does kind of annoy me that so many of like the store-bought vegetable soups use like chicken or beef stock. It's like, come on! It's vegetable soup. This is the perfect time to not put effing meat in it. Oh, pho. Ooh, pho is very good. If ramen counts, yes. Ramen, I would say ramen counts. We're talking canned, mushroom is strong. Yeah. Got a nice little cave to start us off. Broccoli and cauliflower soup is very good. Yo, who makes actually vegetarian and vegan soups? My buddy Eamon. Well, you should tell Eamon to sell me some soup. Or give me soup. That is also an option. Or send recipes my way. I've had some good leek bacon and potato. Leek soup is very good. I don't have it very often though. Buying soup is a thing you can do. Soup can be exchanged for goods and services. If you're in Vancouver, you can go to the stock market for soup. Aha. Different kind of stock. It though? You're going to be a billionaire? Wow. Wow. Max, please DM me that link. Because I can't grab it from chat. I've got this hold to take, you see. But I will definitely have to check out Eamon's soups. Eamon? I've been saying Eamon. I'm serious, there's a soup store on Granville Island called the Stock Exchange. I believe it. No lie, I saved chicken and turkey carcass bits for making broth. I put them in plastic bags marked stock futures. It's the second way. Eamon? Eamon. Stock futures is very good. Also, at some point, I'd love to try making risotto. I've never made it before, and I hear it's one of those dishes that has a reputation for being like kind of finicky, and I'd love to try it out just to like as the challenge. I can't really eat. Like I've never tried Kathleen's cauliflower soup recipe, but like cauliflower generally is bad for me. I don't agree with it. It's delicious and pretty easy. I don't know why, like, I always get the sense that, like, risotto is one of those things that maybe it's just, this is the way with a lot of Italian dishes, that if you don't do it exactly the way their grandmother did it, every single Italian person is going to yell at you. And so doing stuff like risotto ends up being somewhat intimidating. This way. I will literally eat an entire head of cauliflower as a snack. Yeah. And how many Italians do you have in your household? Okay, listen here, chat. Don't you go getting smart with me. I can turn you off anytime I want. Just sit here and dig in silence. All right, have a good night, Madam Jund. It's always good to see you. Yeah, cauliflower and a lot of brassicans taste super bitter to me. And I think cauliflower is probably the worst contender for it. Broccoli can be okay under, like, I can have broccoli in something, say, you know, a stir fry, or one of my friends used to make a really delicious broccoli quiche. It was really good, and like I could eat that no problem. But like if someone were to just like make some steamed or roast broccoli and like even cover it in cheese sauce, Serge keeps logging on and then leaving. I don't know what he's doing. Love me some sprouts. Brussels sprouts is another thing I just can't eat. I literally, like, my brother makes what I am told are very delicious Brussels sprouts. But the last time I was there, I tried them, and it's just like, nah. These just taste very, very bitter. So there we go. So much. Yep. That. We'll grab. Yeah. And go. Hello, coffee.com/Escherahia How are you doing tonight? Some meat. Yeah. How do you feel about asparagus? Asparagus is fine. I like asparagus. It tastes perfectly fine to me. Now, here's the thing. So, as I'm sure many of you are aware, for some people with a certain genetic trait, if they eat asparagus, it makes their pee real stanky. It just it really just stinks. It does not do that for me. However, there is also another genetic trait that allows you to actually smell stinky asparagus pea. So there are some people who can't smell it, and those two genetic traits are not linked in any way. So it is entirely possible for you to have stinky asparagus pea and not realize it, which I always find fascinating. It occurs to me that perhaps Surge wishes to prank you but keeps logging on to see that you're still on the server. Like, he could just check the stream. Also, Minecraft tells, well, I guess it would tell you how many, it tells you how many people are on the server. It doesn't tell you who's on the server until you log in. But when you're on the login screen, you can check to see how many people are online. Here's a question. Has Surge built his netherite throne yet? I don't get to watch his stream on the regular, so I know that's something he was planning to do, and he's been mining out ancient debris for it for a while, but I'm not sure if he'd actually put it together yet. Not nearly enough netherite yet. Man, he had a lot of netherite. But I guess it does take it takes 4 ancient debris to make a netherite ingot and 9 ingots for a block. So it takes 36 ancient debris to make 1 block of netherite. How many does he need for this thing? He did use ancient debris as the elevator floor. Are you kidding me? So upset. Like, Church knows that, like, we all know that this is a colonialism simulator. Does he know he doesn't have to roleplay it? Anyways, why do I need to go netherite mining? I know where to get some ancient debris now. Well, I mean, like, his beacons are just made out of emeralds because he literally can produce infinite emeralds. With his villager trades. So that makes sense. I can't get out of here. There we go. I do kind of hate that I have to... I feel like I'm sort of like forced into going to hunt for ancient debris, because at this point, if I ever want any that's not like 10,000 blocks away, I kind of got to get on it now. You can put a bounty up for some. I don't have those kind of diamonds. Also, the last thing I want to do is give Serge more money. Oh boy. Nice little cave here. Liking this. I'm enjoying it. Good. Brain better. Hello. Thank you for that 11-month resub. We've had a bunch of those today. I suppose it is the 15th, so that is the time for it to happen. I'm pretty sure. I think I did make affiliate, like, basically as soon as I could. I think it was I think it was basically right down to the wire. Because I had to like add streams, because I was initially, when I started streaming, I was only doing it once a week. I was only streaming on Saturdays, but then viewership was high enough that it's like, well, if I just add streams, a few streams a week, I could probably make affiliate pretty easily. And then I did. So thanks, everyone. Why the 15th? That was just when I made affiliate. Like, that was just the first, like, March 15th, I think, was the first stream that people could sub. So now, all of the resubs tend to land around the 15th. For people who have been here since the start, at least. Stab Caesar, then sub to Erica. It's true. This is the correct order of operations. Also, it's still weird seeing Lapis this high up. Also, wall Lapis? Wall Lapis. All right, have a good night, Sibwow. Holy crap. We made good progress? bad for like a half hour's work. Tried to portmanteau wall lapis in my head and it didn't go well. Wallopus. You're right, it didn't go well. Thanks. Whoppus. All right. We made decent progress on our tower. Hey, get out of here. Wallopus is the Waluigi of Lapis. Ah. Here we go. I need to figure out where to point this. Let's just point it at the edge here. About there. Yeah. Here we go. Looking good. Still need to figure out this corner here. Let's knock it back a little. Definitely some work that needs to be done. But I like the way it's coming along so far. Stretch in. All right. That's enough of that. Okay. Yeah, that startled me for a second. It's like, why is my username in Minecraft? Yeah. It's like, yes, has Minecraft seen me? I didn't ask for this. Okay, so we're gonna go raid Brave New Faves. This is my friend Kathleen. She does a new music show where she plays new music. Although today, I believe she has a special guest, which is my other friend Cameron. There we go. And she said there was something else exciting happening, and I don't know what it is. I'm going to guess. I actually have no guesses. Let's go find out. Apparently there's a surprise, so this will be fun. So I will see you, I'll be back on Tuesday, and we'll keep working on chunk number 4. So I will see you then. Have a good night, chat.